Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at the GTX 750 Ti running the beta of Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. And this GPU is actually a little bit overclocked, as you can see here in MSI Afterburner, but it is a stock version of the 750 Ti, so this overclock actually puts it on par with OC versions or factory OC versions of the 750 Ti, so keep that in mind. And we're running it with the Ryzen 7 3700X, which is of course overkill for the 750 Ti, but you should be seeing the same FPS with a 3rd gen i5 or something similar to that. We're going to be testing it at 1080p, 900p and 720p using the lowest settings possible here. This is the low preset. Everything is off or turned to the lowest settings possible. This game has a ton of settings. You can actually really tweak anything here, graphically speaking, so that's very good to see as well. As you can see here, we're just below 30 FPS here at 1080p, and the game doesn't look very good here on low settings. The textures look pretty bad. The world just looks a little bit bland, you know. But yeah, that's what we have to work with here with the 750 Ti. It's such an old card, you know, you have to play these new games at lower settings, because the game actually looks really good at ultra settings, for example, or ultimate settings, because this has a ultimate settings preset. And you can see that in my previous video testing the GTX 1660 Ti, the game ran not very well. I think we got like 80 to 90 FPS at 1080p low settings and like around 40 FPS to 50 at 1080p ultra settings. So yeah, the game is really demanding, but on ultra settings it did look really good, man. It's really a very good looking game at higher settings. Here on low, it kind of looks like low settings on Ghost Recon Wildlands. So yeah, it doesn't look very good, but it's playable here at 1080p with just below 30 FPS. The game, you don't really need a ton of FPS to play this game. You don't need 60 FPS, for example. He's asking for backup. But yeah, as you can see here, you can still control the weapons fine here at below 30 FPS, like at 25 to 30. So if you really want to play this at 1080p, just plug in a controller and you'll have like a console-like experience here. But of course, I will suggest you to just lower your resolution a little bit. Maybe 900p should put us above 30 FPS in this game. But yeah, keep in mind that this game is very intensive here. But you can see that the CPU, on the CPU side of things, it isn't as intensive. We're seeing like 10 to 20% usage, but of course it's a Ryzen 7 3700X. So yeah, a older gen i5 should do the job just fine here on this game. It doesn't need 16 cores or 16 threads, not 16 cores. It definitely doesn't need that. 4 cores should be fine here. And yeah, we saw that as well with Ghost Recon Wildlands. Now, on low settings, it actually doesn't look bad in some parts, you know, like the water doesn't look too bad. The vegetation looks a little bit noisy because there's no anti-aliasing. And now I'm gonna actually enable anti-aliasing to show you that it can actually and will make a huge difference on how the graphics look. Now, okay, anti-aliasing is on now. And as you can see now, all of the noise, all of the jaggies are gone. We only see a little bit here in the bridge, but now we're seeing a couple of FPS lowered because yeah, anti-aliasing here in this game isn't very demanding, and it does make the game a lot prettier. But at 25 to 30 FPS, every couple of FPS is worth it, and I guess you can feel it definitely if you have like 27 FPS as opposed to 29 or 30. So yeah, not really playable here, I would say, at 1080p. I highly suggest you to put the resolution down to 900p, and that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm just gonna disable anti-aliasing again, test it again, and I will re-enable it again once we test a little bit of 900p without it. Alright, now we're at 900p. As you can see, resolution scaling is on 100%. Everything else is still the same. The AA is off, of course. And let's see how the 750 Ti fares here at 900p. So Now we're actually seeing above 30 FPS. We got like a 10 FPS boost actually by dropping the resolution, which is very good to see here. So that should put us above 30 FPS pretty much at all times. Oh, come on, I gotta move on here. So we're seeing flat 30 now. Yeah, I think we were seeing like 23 here while driving the Jeep at 1080p. So this isn't too bad. I think it's playable actually. It doesn't drop too much from 30 FPS. It's only like to 28, 27 now. You know, maybe I will probably drop the resolution further to have a more decent experience. Where am I going actually? Oh, I'm hearing someone. Let me just get out of here and kill those guys. Yeah, we're definitely dropping from 30 quite a bit here still at 900p. Bye. There's only one? I think there was only one here. If you plug in a controller, it's actually smoother, or it feels a little bit smoother. So you should be a little bit better off by running this game with the controller on the PC with the 750 Ti. The sound in the motorcycle is not very good. It's a little bit weird. I thought it was actually broken or something. But yeah, we're seeing like around 30 FPS. Sometimes it drops from 30, sometimes it goes up to like 33, 35. It's not a very good experience here at 900p. I would like to see it running a little bit better here, but of course it's a 750 Ti and it's a very old card. And oh, come on, don't spot me. Oh my god, I ran through that tree over there. That was really interesting. Now I'm gonna enable anti-aliasing to see how the game looks like here with anti-aliasing enabled, because we're now at a lower resolution, so the things might look a little bit more blurry, you know. So far it actually doesn't look too blurry, you know. It actually looks better this way than without any anti-aliasing, despite this type of anti-aliasing that they are using in this game isn't the best. Should go there. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Just running around, you know. Now we're seeing around 26 to 32 FPS, I think, around here. It's still playable, but I wouldn't play like this, only if you really want to. If you have a native 900p monitor, maybe it's worth it to get like those extra FPS coming from 720p, but I don't know, man. Oh, will I die if I drop from here? Oof, Jesus. Okay, so I can't do any. Oh no, get out of here, mate. I think I'm gonna die, guys. Oh my god, oh damn it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay, I just lost a little bit of health there. Nothing too major. The guy's just tired, I think. I'm just gonna drop the resolution down to 720p right now, guys. Okay, so we're at 720p, anti-aliasing is turned off, everything else is on the lowest settings possible here in the game, and now we're seeing around 40 FPS, I guess. That's good. I mean, that's not too bad. That's completely playable, 40 FPS. I really think I'm gonna die here, guys. Jesus, don't! Oh my god! Oh, bro, yes, you're definitely dead. Okay, killed in action by myself. So we're seeing like mid-30s here, which is probably the most demanding area that we've seen so far around these trees over here inside the forest. And the game is not running bad, you know, this is completely playable. As long as we stay above 30 FPS here, I say this is a win for the GTX 750 Ti. And the game doesn't look too bad here as well, inside of the forest. Where we started, we were actually seeing like the graphics being pretty bland. But here, you know, there are some shadows going on, some ambient occlusion, which is off, but you know, yeah, there are some shadows going on, and it doesn't look too bad. I mean, the only thing that I wish it wasn't here is that aliasing, man, because this is just ridiculous, man. Just look at every tiny little piece of grass over here has aliasing on it. And it looks pretty bad unless you put some anti-aliasing on. So we're gonna do just that right now. Let me just check how many FPS we're getting here. So 39, I guess. Yeah, 39. Should make the FPS drop only by 1 to 2, I guess. But let's see. Okay, I'm not moving or anything. And yes, we see like a 1 FPS drop. So definitely turn anti-aliasing on in this game, because it makes things look a lot better. As you can see, nothing is blinking now. There isn't any noise in the image. Things are a little bit more blurry, but still, I think you can actually see better this way, as opposed to having tons of aliasing everywhere and jaggies. So I will definitely play it like this at 720p low settings with anti-aliasing enabled. It actually doesn't look bad, as I told you already. I'm just trying to get to the objective there, but it's a little bit hard here. By the way, even at low settings though, the grass looks really good. As you can see, there's some texture to it, you know. Damn, I'm really impressed by this game's graphics. Even on low settings, the vegetation looks amazing. Let me check out these plants over here. Yes, as you can see, there's some texture to it. Wow, they've really done a good job. It actually looks great here on low settings. And, well, gotta go there now. Just gonna play it for a little bit here. So far, we haven't seen it drop from 30 FPS here at 720p, which is good to see. What the hell is this? Cross passage. Let's go. But yeah, guys, well, this is the GTX 750 Ti in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Overall, I think the game is still playable here with this card, although you have to set the resolution down to 720p and low settings. But don't forget to enable anti-aliasing to make the game look a little bit better, actually a lot better than without it. Well, still impressed with this game's performance on the GTX 750 Ti. The card still hangs in there just for a little bit, you know. 720p isn't that big of a resolution, but it's okay, and I will definitely play that like this and have no problems doing so. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one very soon, and don't forget to like the video if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. I love you all. Bye bye.